This following contest is scheduled for one fall. Your official for this match is referee Scott Behrens.
Welcome to PWCI. This week I am the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. Another week here in the Menard County Fair. And soon to be joined by the first man in this matchup.
Making his way to the ring first, from Springfield, Illinois, weighing in at 172 pounds, the Apex Steel.
What the heck is this goofy music track? That is the oddest choice for ring entrance music. I don't even know what this song is. Doesn't seem like that matches up with him at all. Well, he's got the microphone, so maybe we'll get an explanation, but I'm sure he's not going to talk about music.
Who? You. Hey, jerk off. You got my stuff wrong. Here's the deal. I'm the apex of appeal, twisted steel, and sex appeal.
Okay. Well, we've known that forever, but what's your point?
I am the peak of human development. I am the all-around best in the world, the apex blade steel. That's how you do it.
I don't know if Rob can remember all that. Truthfully. Anyway, this matchup is going to take up the entire half hour of the program, and I will have another editorial comment at the break. But this is what was the former Proving Ground Pro, and a yearly show will still happen at the Menard County Fair as the opposition coming to the ring now.
Making his way to the ring, from St. Louis, weighing in at 265 pounds, representing Team Ambition, the Quadfatha, Camaro Jackson.
Camaro Jackson, a former Ring Ground Tag Team Champion, recently captured a major title at Glory Pro Wrestling. I believe the Crown of Glory title is what he captured. Also a former 0-1 heavyweight champion and a bunch of other titles. Formerly one half of the tag team Alpha Omega. I don't believe he teams up with Kenny Alfonso anymore. He's also part of another unit down at 0-1. And WLW. Now a member of Team Ambition, the wrestling school down in the St. Louis area. And we're going to take a break. We're going to take a look at the weekend schedule. You will not miss any of the action. We'll be right back.
If you've ever wanted to be in the professional wrestling business, here's your chance now. Contact Pinfall Academy at 217-670-5151 or at pinfallacademy@gmail.com, located at 1320 South 11th Street, Springfield, Illinois. At Pinfall Academy, you can learn to be a wrestler, referee, valet, manager. Anything having to do with professional wrestling, we'll teach you how to get it done. Pinfall Academy. Will you be our next star?
With the retirement of Vince McMahon, so many wrestlers he let go because they didn't fit his mold of what a WWE superstar should look like, that being larger than life, which would be someone well over 6 feet and 250 pounds, more like 7 feet and 300 to 350, are being rehired by Triple H. But even after Vinnie Mac left, social media posts were complaining about small guys like Johnny Gargano were hurting ratings and causing people to turn the channel. You see, certain people bought into this vanilla midget slur, infamously pushed by Kevin Nash, where many good technical wrestlers were deemed too small or boring to ever succeed on a large stage. Those wrestlers were of small stature, good technical wrestling, poor mic skills, and a rabid, stubborn internet fandom. And no, they aren't going to get a manager to be their mouthpiece due to budget restrictions. Most recently, you probably heard Jonathan Gresham, the former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, got into it with Tony Khan over how he was used at All Elite Wrestling with this stereotype in play, and should have been utilized a lot better given he was ranked very high in the PWI 500, cracking the top 10 in the world in 2022. If these people were wrestling in Mexico or Japan, they would have no issue making a great living and build their mystique because the fans do not care about size as much as Americans do. Hence why there are several weight divisions, cruiserweight, middleweight, welterweight, over there. Obviously, other combat sports, like boxing and MMA, have had many weight divisions. The match that showed America smaller guys can wrestle happened to be at WCW Super Bowl II. Brian Pillman versus Jushin Thunder Liger. A match that sent such shockwaves through the wrestling world, of which WCW promptly squandered, as Bill Watts, for some bizarre reason, banned all top rope moves and buried the cruiserweight division because he didn't like that style of wrestling. Frustrating many is the abundance of talent completely wasted who were fed to the giants to be squashed in under a minute, where smaller men had little chance of competing effectively. But if it's all about the big hulking giants that are the big money draws, why oh why has there never been a title division for the biggest of the big? No, not a mere heavyweight division, because that's been forever deemed a one-size-fits-all for would-be champions. I'm talking about a super heavyweight division, where only the big men can compete against other big men. But promoters have resisted this idea too. But why? Well, in practice, when those Battle of the Giants have been put on pay-per-view, they've way underwhelmed. Examples include WrestleMania 9 featuring The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez, deemed the worst match of the entire streak. Another was The Big Show versus The Great Khali from Backlash 2008, both of which, whom hated each other so much, they got into a backstage brawl. That's not to say there aren't good matches between giants, because there have been, but depends heavily on the individual. There's also the issue where the big men may be not so capable of carrying their own weight, combined with having to carry the weight of the opponent being as big or bigger than you. Hence, why there are fed smaller guys to throw around like toys to typically fill TV time, because they can't sustain an even match at their size for very long and every night. And how many of these big men are there to make an entire division? Not a lot, actually. You could count them on one hand most of the time, and it's rare there's more than that on a card. So for all those WWE fanboys who fret over smaller guys being on Raw or SmackDown, just like pocket passer quarterbacks in the NFL draft, there are very few super heavyweights to go around. But size is absolutely not everything, and you're missing a lot if you become stuck on a stereotype of what a wrestler should be. Thank goodness a smaller guy like Rey Mysterio Jr. had a run as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I am the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and that's my opinion for this week. Alright, we'll get into this matchup here. Blake Steele taking on Camaro Jackson, the Quadfatha. And Blake Steele grabbing the arm and gets shoved down to the mat. And Blake Steele has held quite a number of singles titles in Central Illinois. Still currently the Pro Wrestling Epic Heavyweight Champion. You rarely see him in Springfield, Illinois, and apparently the other wrestlers of Springfield, Illinois seem to have difficulty sharing the locker room with Blake Steele. I don't know if they're jealous of him or what. They just can't seem to stand being in the same locker room as Blake Steele, which is probably why so many Springfield wrestlers aren't seen down in the St. Louis area, or at least for Pro Wrestling Epic. At least not anymore. Of course, Blake Steele making the rounds of several of the promotions down in the St. Louis area. Obviously, been wrestling for Mid-Missouri Wrestling Alliance lately, also. Blake Steele trying to get out of the head scissors of Camaro Jackson, the Quadfatha, and has to get the foot on the ropes to force a break. What a big weekend last weekend for pro wrestling. It's like all 3 days of the weekend had several shows going on all over the Illinois, Missouri area. And emotional impact up in Manitou, Illinois for the farewell of Big Papa. And we'll feature matches from that event in a few weeks. Somebody's honking a horn at Blake Steele, and he just does not like it. This was back in July. We're now about to enter October. Last 3 months of the year. And October, gonna get to a fast start. And down on the mat. Oh, Blake Steele gets a shoulder up barely. Has to power out. Well, SICW, their big event, several former WWE wrestlers to appear at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds. Belleville, Illinois, that's their big annual event at SICW. You know, they're bringing in several wrestlers, legends in. In a future week, I'm going to talk about bringing in celebrity wrestlers, and I've just absolutely soured on it. You know, Springfield's had celebrities come into Springfield, and things did not go according to plan, and there's too many problems, and they're all different problems with these celebrities coming in. It's just not worth bringing them in. Not in this area, unless some things change and change dramatically. And I'll talk about that in a future editorial comment. but I'm not happy with how things turned out. Jackson has a hold of Blake by the throat, maybe the beard. Picks him up. Press slam. And drills him down to the center of the mat. Robinson, Illinois. The Heath Harvest WrestleFest will be on October the 1st. There'll be a festival show in the afternoon, 3 p.m. start time. There is not an official promotion holding this event, although I'm going to have to call it a 0-1 Supreme event simply because the 0-1 heavyweight title will be on the line in the main event. Jake Lander, the current champion, as Blake Steele kicks Camaro in the back. And, kick to the chest. Blake Steele having his way with Camaro Jackson. Off the ropes. Back body tackle, and down goes. Jackson crumples to the mat. Knee drop. Blake Steele cooking here. Well, second weekend of October. Dreamwave Wrestling returns. Peru, Illinois at Blues Grotto. There'll be an afternoon show there. Blake working the arm, chops the chest of Camaro Jackson. Quadfatha getting clobbered, but turns it around. Big chop, and Blake Steele almost over the top. And Blake Steele throws him in the middle rope, and that turnbuckle was turned down. I mean, those turnbuckle pads have not stayed straight on those corners, and he may have hit the exposed steel. But that turnbuckle hook. Blake Steele may be back at MMWA in St. Louis on the 8th. St. Louis Anarchy in Alton, Illinois at the Spalding Hall. New Way Pro in West Terre Haute, Indiana at the West Vigo Community Center. 4 p.m. start time. It's a Sunday. And Blake Steele with a kick to the chest. And, Blake Steele firing away. Works the arm. Takes him down. And Blake charges in. Eats a boot to the face. And in the corner. Charges in. Splash. Irish whip. Reversal. Blake goes flying over the top. Blake Steele goes flying over the top rope, down to the floor. Crash and burn. Also happening on October 8th, Southland Championship Wrestling back in Manteno, Illinois at the Steam Hollow Brewery. That's in the northeast corner of their coverage area. Just off I-57. Going towards Chicago. Big chop. Jackson in control of this match. Another big chop. And Blake Steele in trouble. Taking the seat, but not by choice. And now, they're leaving the ringside area right in the middle of the chairs. Head towards the street. And Jackson. Jackson got bit. Blake Steele bit Camaro Jackson before he could do anything out in the seats. That's a dirty trick. Well, Jackson has to roll in to break the count. Referee admonishing. Oh, Blake and snaps him across the top rope. Next step on the top rope. Blake Steele, slingshot splash. Vintage Blake Steele. 2 count. Blake Steele firing up. And Steele with a nerve hold on the trapezius muscle. Trapezius muscle. Camaro powers up. Oh, Blake Steele with an armbar on Jackson. And Steele off the ropes. Swing and a miss. Oh, chops. But Camaro runs right through it and shoulder block. And now the Quadfatha charges in, splashes the apex. And power slam. And Jackson. Maybe looking to finish him off. No, the lure with the end of Proving Ground. He was the winner. Oh, wait a minute. Steele going for the pile driver on Camaro. Back body drop. And now trying for a sunset flip. Time for the sunset flip. Camaro powers out. Picks him up. Death Valley driver. Going for the cover. 2 count. Jackson was the winner of the last Ryan Buckley Memorial Tournament back in 2020, right before COVID shut down everything. He was to face Mike Outlaw for the oh, there's a knee to the head. 2 count. Was supposed to face Mike Outlaw for the Proving Ground Pro franchise title. That match obviously did not happen. Well, in Proving Ground at least, due to the organization shutting down its doors, or the Fed being retired. Oh, look at this. Blake charges in, scoops him up. Fireman's carry. Blake slips out. Oh!
Hop strike!
Hop strike! Tries to pick him up for the inverted fireman's carry. Yep, there's the backbreaker. Throws him down face first. Goes for the cover. 2 count! Blake Steele arguing the count. Well, obviously, I was going to say, Camaro Jackson did have a showdown with Mike Outlaw, but it was not for the PGP franchise title. It ended up being last weekend at Glory Pro Wrestling. Jackson captured the Crown of Glory title, defeating Mike Outlaw down in St. Louis last weekend. We will see Mike Outlaw in action next episode of the program. So he will be taking on the Cobra, the new Thai warrior. And that'll be a phenomenal matchup. Jackson fires at Blake. Blake fires back. Trading blows in the center of the ring as the referee looks on. We're well into we're over the 10-minute mark in this matchup. No, it is a bit warm out. I don't know if the heat is getting to these guys. But the sun has gone down. It's just going to be a bit humid as these two men trade blows in the ring. And Jackson picks him up. Oh, he tried the rock bomb, but Blake Steele caught himself. Kept from being dropped, but he gets thrown down right there. And what a lariat! Turn him inside out! This may be it, and it is it.
Your winner of this contest, Camaro Jackson.
The Quadfatha destroyed, just decapitated Blake Steele with that lariat. Just drove him inside out. That was quite a shot. Jackson gonna help Blake Steele up to his feet. Though I can't imagine he's feeling too good right now. Code of honor. And Blake Steele gonna exit the ring as Jackson takes the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Steele. It's been a long time since I wrestled here in Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, the last match I had in this town, I won the Ryan Buckley Memorial Tournament.
As I stated earlier.
And this guy right here, stand up, stand up. This guy right here, he gave me opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and I hit a home run every single time.
That he did. Fans coming up to the ring to show their appreciation.
Petersburg, not only myself, my team ambition, our city. I love y'all. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That's going to do it for this edition of PWCI. This week we'll have one more match from the Menard County Fair next week. Until then, this is Matt Conservative Quadfatha. Have a good night, everybody.